This right here is the GamaKay LK67 and today I'm going to be building this keyboard. Before this build starts, I want to say a huge thank you to Banggood for sending this over. If you're interested, links will be down in the description below. So again, this is a new keyboard for me. This is called the GamaKay LK67. So it has the same layout as you guys can see here with the Tom 680, which is a knob with a 65% layout and it's really nice. This is the black version right here, as we can see, GamaKay LK67. Again, the layout and a few specs which you can read if you want to. You can pause the video. And yeah, let's unbox it now and take a look at what's inside the kit. So the first thing on top we get is the GamaKay user manual right here. Let me just go through it. You have backlight mode, backlight recording mode, list of special function keys, and the backlight mode. Then we have more stuff. Let me just turn it around. It's a bit confusing. Oh, it's right here. I think, okay, so we have mode introduction, where you can actually change the modes on top of the keyboard, and then the function of the knob, which is really nice. Let's put this aside. Then we have a little box on the side here. Let me just unbox it, which are all the stuff and accessories included. Okay, so first thing, we have a really nice braided cable actually. Wow, braided cable with metal housing, type A to type C. Really nice feeling cable. Next thing we get is in this. So it's basically the 2.4 GHz dongle right here. And then of course we get this, a keycap and a switch puller combo right here. Really nice. Now let's check out the board. And here is the keyboard. Taking a first look, it looks really nice. So this is a plate mount stabilizers. I believe these are cherry, which are really nice. Again, we have some foam here. Then on the top, as you guys can see, there's a button to turn it on and off. I'll just turn it on. This is the RGB. Really nice. And the RGB, of course, there's this special cutout here and on the sides, which are pretty awesome. This is what the back looks like. GamaKay LK67. Full plastic build, quite hollow. I'm going to add some foam inside. Wow, so far really good. Really love it. The knob right here. And I guess we can start the build. So let's go through a few things I'm going to be doing to the keyboard. First thing is adding new switches. So the switches I'm going to be using is this. This is the new Akko Starfish, which is a really nice EVA or Evangelion theme switch. Let me just show you guys the specs right here. So it is a linear switch and it has actuation or operating force at 50 grams and it bottoms out at 55 grams. It's a really nice board. You can pause if you want to take a look at the graph and all of the specs. Right here I have 90 sent over by Akko, so huge thanks to Akko for sending this over. They will be linked in the description as well. And of course for this black build, I'm going to be using these new keycaps from Akko. It's their ASA profile PPT double shot keycaps. These are the black colorway, the white on black colorway. Let me just open it up for you guys to see. Really nice and thick double shot PPT. I think that this will look awesome with the keyboard. So for the stabilizers, I'll actually be using the stock ones and I'll just be Holee modding them. I'll leave a link down in the description to a video which teaches you how to Holee mod. It's by Hamaginio. Check it out if you're interested. But all I'm going to do is Holee mod the stabilizers, and then I don't think I'll be lubing the switches because Akko switches are pretty smooth out of the box. So the GamaKay LK67 actually has foam in between the plate and the PCB. So I'll just be adding this foam. This is some sound dampening foam for cars actually. So I'll be adding this into the case to get all of the hollowness out of the case. So we can start by dismantling the keyboard. This is something new I really like. It's a dual motor screwdriver sent over by Banggood also. So this is the Wowstick 1F. It really helps out with these kind of builds because it's motorized. So yeah, if you want this, link will be down in the description as well. Now let's get to dismantling the keyboard itself. Okay, so after removing all of the screws, remember to keep them in a place you can remember so you don't lose them. Next thing you're going to do is just remove the knob, so it's easier to take out the case. So after you remove the knob, again place it somewhere you know remember, and then you want to lift up the case While you're lifting up the case, you can now see that it's disconnected from the rest of the kit. So what you're going to do is lift it up. Careful not to pull too hard, because there's actually a button in place, and then there's also a battery connector right here. All you have to do is pull it out like a Lego, like this, and it should be fine. And then there's a little part right here which make sure you need to keep it. It's the little button for the mode switcher, so keep it at a place you remember as well. And that is it. So now with all of the parts dismantled, we can go through them one by one. Alright, so this is the bottom case of the keyboard. As we can see, it houses the battery right here, and then there's these 3 diffusers. All I'm going to do is going to take the foam that I actually got for the car dampening sound. I'm just going to use it for the keyboard. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this piece out just like this, and then try to form fit it into this case right here, and just make sure to cut off all of the standoffs, and it should be fine. So let's do it. So this is roughly how the foam is going to be placed. You can actually remove it and stick it down with the double tape included, but I'm not going to do that because I might want to remove it in the future. So now with the bottom housing or the bottom casing done, we can now move on to the plate and PCB. Okay, so this right here is the plate and the PCB. So they've already provided foam in the middle in between the plate and the PCB, so they will actually help to dampen the sound a lot already. Next thing we're going to do is just remove all of the stabilizers and Holee Mod them. So you can actually remove this piece right here. This is just some silicone piece to dampen the sound of the keycaps when you put it on. Now let's just remove all of the stabilizers and Holee Mod them. It should be quite easy. So after washing them with some soapy water and a toothbrush, it's time to Holee Mod them. If you're interested in how to Holee Mod, I'll leave a link down in the description to a video by Hamaji. He explains it really well. So I'm just going to do that, what he does in the video right here. I just got done Holee Modding all of the stabilizers. Now I'm just going to put them back in place. So that is it. That's all of them put into the plate. Now we can put the plate onto the case. So to put the plate back, you just need a few things. You need to put this little button cover on the button itself on the top here. And then after that, you need to connect the battery back to this little Lego clip right here, and then you can put it all back together. Okay, so now with the plate put in back, we can now put on the case right here. Just pop everything back together. So I just put the case on top and it looks fine. I'm just going to screw it back in with the screwdriver to put all the screws back. So with everything screwed back on, it looks pretty nice and really well fitted right now. Let's turn it on and see it still works. Yep, it still works with the RGB. We can see it's really nice right here. Now we can choose the color of the knob. So for the knobs, I actually have 3 right here. I bought from Flame Caps on Shopee. They're each like 5 ringgit. So I'm not sure which color I'm going to go with, but I'm going to put the black one first and then try on others with the new keycaps I've chosen. So this is how the knob looks like. It looks really nice, honestly. Yeah, now let's put in the switches. So this is what it looks like with the new Akko Starfish switches. I think they look pretty awesome in my opinion. Let me just turn it on. So this is how it looks like with the RGB. It doesn't really affect the RGB at all, and it still looks really nice. Now let's move on to the keycaps. Alright, so I've put all of the keycaps in and this is what it looks like. I think it looks pretty awesome in my opinion. Not sure how it will sound like with all the foam and everything inside. So now I think it's time for a sound test. So yeah, that was it for this build guys, the GamaKay LK67. In my opinion, it is just like the Tom 680 but with a few upgrades like the motherboard and the build quality. Overall, it looks pretty nice in my opinion. It looks really nice with this black on white colorway. And I think that the overall look is very stealthy and cool. But I would say that this keyboard doesn't sound that nice because of the car dampening sound form I put inside. It absorbs all of the sound and it doesn't have any deep or talkiness to the board anymore. So I might change this in the future, but overall I think that this build is quite okay for this kind of stuff. So I want to say a huge thank you to Banggood again for sending this over, and Akko as well for sponsoring the other stuff. And yeah, if you like this video, leave a like, dislike this video if you didn't like it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I have more content coming like this every Sunday. As always, thanks for watching and goodbye guys.